This little baby has just been born. A pair of small wings sprouted from behind. Why is it so strange? This must be related to his parents. Both parents are employees of chemical plant. Due to long-term chemical radiation, their children are inevitably somewhat different. To prevent Paige from flying up and hurting himself, Mom put him in the cradle. I also laid a blanket on top of it, then firmly clamp it with a clip, just like a small cage. To prevent intentional harm, Paige's mother reminds her sister, "We must keep this matter confidential." Paige's little wings are still slowly graying. Mom pulled Paige's wings, then he took out a ruler and measured it. In just a few days, the little wings have grown up a circle again. He tried to tie the flapping wings with tape, but it doesn't seem to be of much use. Don't look at the wings. They're not very big. It's quite exciting. The helpless mother had to make a special coat for Paige. Put it on him. Paige flapped his wings and played happily on the sofa. Mom and sister also showed happy smiles. Paige's little wings are getting bigger and bigger, gradually growing feathers. To clarify the situation, so my mother ran to the library, flipped through a large number of related books, studied flight principles carefully, even went to the supermarket to consult with the waiter. This wave of operations directly messed up the waiter. After returning home, first wrap up all possible bumps and bumps, then put him on level 3 armor. Bring on the third stage head. Under the care of my mother and sister, Paige slowly flew up. This scene made the mother and daughter extremely happy. Seeing Paige keep spinning around the light bulb, Mom quickly asked her daughter to turn off the light. But little Paige seems to be very sensitive to lighting. Then turn around and fly towards the window. Result next second. What's the situation? Fortunately, it has protection from level 3 armor. Paige just had a slight scratch. Mom put some ointment on her. The arrival of little Paige, not only does it add warmth to the family, it also brings luck to the family. Mom, who's been buying lottery tickets for decades, never won a prize. This time, for the first time, I won a third prize. To celebrate, Mom took Peggy and her sister to the supermarket for shopping. Just between Mom and sister buying toys, not paying attention, Paige is missing. Just one coat left. Looking up, it's over now. A little baby is flying around in the supermarket. This operation stunned the melon-eating crowd below. Those who raised their hands to take photos. I also shared it with my wife. But the most amusing thing has to be this gentleman. Little Paige had a lot of fun playing on the ceiling. I can't hear my mother's cry at all. Not for a moment. The supermarket security guard brought a ladder. They want to climb the ladder. Catch little Paige. But I still can't reach it. Last, Mom asked the manager to turn off all the ceiling lights. Paige is a glamorous year. As the light slowly fades out, little Paige did indeed lower his flying altitude. After, caught by the security guard, who had been waiting for a long time, then he was forcibly taken to the hospital. The old professor was stunned after the examination, representing that I have encountered this situation for the first time in decades of medical practice, and suggest that Mom keep Paige in the hospital for treatment, and my mother decisively refused the doctor. He's afraid if he stays, Paige will become a victim of scientific research. So she hugged Peggy and prepared to leave, but just walked to the door. I was stopped by a large group of reporters on my way. Kaka is just a random slap. The helpless three had to be under the cover of the old professor. Leave through the back door. The mother who left the hospital was filled with regret. He regrets taking Paige to the supermarket, regretting not taking her step by step. Just as I got off the car, I was stopped by my good neighbor's aunt. Must see Paige's wings. Meanwhile, a group of paparazzi rushed over, take out the camera and frantically point it at the mother and daughter three. They finally got home. The TV is full of videos about Paige. Even the neighbors said during the interview, "Mom, look downstairs." The reporter has already surrounded this place completely. Until the next day, the reporter is still waiting. Looks like they can't get a video of Paige. I won't give up easily. The helpless mother had to invite the professor home. I hope to have my wings removed surgically. But the professor said, if there is a high risk of surgery, there is a high possibility of losing both arms. If we don't have surgery, Paige is likely to die prematurely. Paige's wings are graying day by day. The small house keeps Paige away from meetings, often bumping into Paige's little wings. At this moment, Dad came up with an idea. He said, "Why don't you let the reporters shoot for a fee? We receive a large amount of compensation from it. This way, we'll have the money to switch to a bigger house." Mom was a bit hesitant at first. Finally, I was successfully convinced by my father. So the next morning, Dad tied a rope around Peggy's feet. Let Paige spread his wings and fly. Mom slowly let go of Paige. Little Paige is like a kite, swaying and drifting up, if nothing unexpected happens. At this point, an accident is about to occur. I've seen you fly kites before. Have you ever seen someone release children? The couple tied a rope to their child. I saw my mother gently let go. Little Paige flapped his wings and flew up. He's flying up there. Mom is holding the rope below. Paige is flying higher and higher, looking at Paige flying in the sky like a little angel. The couple laughed like a couple. But at this moment, Mom accidentally let go of the rope in her hand. Paige flew away into the distance without looking back. Watching Paige go away, everyone rushed to catch up, chase all the way to the small lake. I saw a dragonfly coming from Paige. Then he flew towards the distant forest. Everyone keeps watching little Paige disappear, just silently left here. There's only one family of 3 left to grieve in the same place. Time passes by minute by second, until I didn't see Peggy at night. They opened the path to finding Paige, distribute search notices on the road. But this doesn't have much effect, since Paige left. Mom. Every day I feel listless. Just then, he seems to hear the sound of fluttering wings. I thought it was Peggy who came back. Excitedly walked to the window to check. discovering that it was just a group of pigeons. Paige's departure. The blow to my mother is very significant. He involuntarily came to the lake again, stunned by the clear lake water. Then he took a look at the place where Paige had left. She still can't accept the fact that Paige left. Then he took off his coat, slowly walking towards the lake, just about to be submerged by the lake water. But there is no intention of staying. He closed his eyes tightly. Keep moving forward. It seems that there is no longer any attachment to this world. Just then, he heard the sound of fluttering wings. Slowly open your eyes. Looking up, he's happy like a child. That's right. It's his Peggy back. At this point Paige's wings have grown very large. Not only did they learn to walk, and transformed into a cute little angel. Mom keeps apologizing to Paige, afraid that Paige might leave him again. Clever Paige doesn't seem to be angry, still happy like a child. In the end Paige chose to leave his mother, flying towards the blue sky full of freedom. At the end of the story, Mom is finally satisfied with Peggy's departure. Relieved. A family of 3 led a happy and fulfilling life. Little Paige may also transform into an angel to save the world's warmth and coldness. The name of this movie is Ricky. If you have any friends you like, you can go and taste them.